Well, this is day 81. We're on a 19-day countdown to 100. So we need to make some big decisions for day 100 and beyond to see what's going to happen after that. And I've got some cognitions about what these morning meditations will morph into, but we're 100% going to keep them going in some capacity, perhaps not every single day, but there will be definite regular virtual gatherings on a regular basis. We'll have to just figure out exactly how. So there's been a topic that has come up 3 times in the past 2 days, and that's the idea of manifestation. So I want to start a multi-day talk and meditation on manifestation. It's a pop culture word and I don't like using it, so we're going to call it Kriya Shakti instead. However, this morning when I went to open the book Ancient Wisdom to read a section on Kriya Shakti, something else came up that seemed to be more appropriate. So if you ever have some definite plans, be prepared for the plans to be swiped away and allow some spontaneity that might be more appropriate. So as soon as I opened the book, I came to the page on soulmates. And I said, holy crap, this is kind of appropriate. So you and I are all on this path together. We're all students on the path. And so my practice might be your practice. Your practice might be my practice. We might be at different stages of practice, but we're all practicing. Let's check out what these authors have to say about soulmates today. So the question arises, does everyone have a soulmate? If so, I haven't found mine yet. The concept of soulmates, like many others, has been greatly misunderstood. Commonly, the idea is that there exists somewhere a perfect mate who will fulfill my every need, a reliable companion in a warm, caring relationship, someone who will never abandon me. Often it implies a great sexual relationship as well. In most cases, when one is convinced he has found his soulmate, it is simply a matter of good chemistry, a seemingly perfect match, at least for the time being, and our common needs are met. While some people are able to maintain a relationship like this for a number of years, and perhaps even the remainder of this lifetime, it is not entirely unselfish. Often there is a greater interdependence, otherwise known as codependency. Most people won't admit that, though. There are soulmate relationships, but they exist at the soul level. The part of our being that continues from lifetime to lifetime. Over the course of numerous lifetimes, we create recurring patterns of relations with people. Karma, if you will. Some harmonious, and obviously some inharmonious or discordant. The majority are comprised of a combination of these two extremes. So soulmates aren't always peachy, rosy, perfect unicorns and flowers and cumulus clouds. At some point, when an individual has become somewhat enlightened, another individual may be a more or less constant companion in spiritual growth. The two may not incarnate together in every lifetime, but very often they will. These two souls form a pair bond, each one encouraging and supporting the other in spiritual growth. Over time, through various lifetimes, all traces of selfish needs and personal desires are eliminated, and the result is an exquisite and beautiful relationship, not for the benefit of the personalities, the lower nature, but for the good of the world. There's no sense of clinging or neediness. If the two are apart, even for long periods of time, there's no sense of loss or loneliness, because their bond is at the soul level, where there is no separation. The physical plane connection is only secondary. So the more we orient our mind to that of the soul, that's our intention every day when we meditate, is to change the rootedness, change the orientation of our consciousness. Are we physical flesh that somehow generates consciousness, as most modern scientists say? Does our brain generate consciousness? Or are we the light of, is our consciousness the soul? Is that the consciousness that we are expressing itself through gray matter and through eyes and ears and nose and mouth? If we shift that awareness, the realization of soulmates at the soul level can be real for us. Don't go searching for a soulmate. If you do, it is inspired by your own needs, and any mate you find will fall short of your expectations. You may not have established a soulmate just yet, and it's not likely everyone will have one, even in a future lifetime. Not everyone is inspired to work in pairs in this manner. Some work best by themselves. If you do have a soulmate and that person is in incarnation at the same time, you will find him or her without any problem. You will automatically be brought together. In any soulmate relationship, there are a number of other individuals who are also connected with this unit. They drift in and out of various relationships over many lifetimes. The combined energy of the soulmates, which is greater than the sum of the individual parts, not only has the power of attracting others, but it provides a strong energy field for teaching and inspiring those who are around them. Like two mountain climbers, sometimes one ascends until there's a safe stopping point and then helps pull the other one up to that level. Then the roles are reversed and the second goes first. In this manner, they're able to progress much faster than each working alone. Don't worry about whether or not you have a soulmate currently. If you do, fine. If not, that's okay. Do the work in front of you right now and everything else will fall into place. Christina, the era of romanticism distorted concepts of love and soulmates. Plus, if we are all one, we all have the ability to be another's soulmate. Agreed. To work in pairs, I love that. It is required of you to work with the... And yes, it's not only pairs, it's all as one unit. It's working, just like I've mentioned before with our connectedness meditations, where our bodies are like cells in a larger organism, or our bodies are like organs in the being of a greater intelligence. So the reason why soulmates are thought to be in pairs is because, yes, this working in pairs, it's almost like a representation of polarity. So group work, group pair, the mountain climber pair, partner, but there can also be triple soul bonds, triple soul groups, and quadra soul, quadra connections. But the pair relationship is the most common. You guys, think of how a binary star system works. So if any of you are into astrophysics, and it's even thought that our sun has a partner. It might not be in the physical plane, but binary star systems revolve around each other, and their gravity is interconnected, and they revolve and rotate around each other. So it's thought that as the soul keeps progressing in consciousness and enlightenment, different various forms are available for expression. So the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, the human kingdom, well, there's more. What about the consciousness of the whole planet? What about the consciousness of the whole solar system? Who would a star's soulmate be? If you're, the sun has been worshipped as a god or as a being, as a consciousness by countless cultures throughout time. Suns have soulmates. If the body, the physical representation of that being is the sun, there is a soul or a consciousness above it. Anyway, that's getting very esoteric, but the idea of this pair bond starts in the microcosm and moves to the macro. Please sit tall. Find your comfy meditative pose, tall spine, stability and ease, sukha, sthira, asana. Your pose should be stable and easy, stable and comfortable. Shoulders relax, face relaxes. Let the eyes close. Tomorrow, when we begin our discussion on manifesting in Kriya Shakti, the concept of building prana will be a foundational concept. And so we build prana through breathing intentionally. So let's work on our Kapalabhati. We're going to do some form of Kapalabhati or Bhastrika for the next several days. And then I know this is challenging for some people to get rhythmic Kapalabhati moving in the body. So let's introduce the metronome. This will be the first time we've done this for Kapalabhati. All right, so before I introduce the metronome, just breathe deeply a few more cycles. bring orientation to the navel, to the lower abdomen. So we're going to work with a 90 beat per minute count here. This might be too fast for some of you. So work with this rhythm for Kapalabhati. Work to control the muscles of the abdomen, so please begin. Snap the belly in each time you hear a click. The exhale happens with each click. Short, concise, Kapalabhati exhale. Make sure the shoulders stay completely relaxed. Don't let them move. Short, consistent pumps of the belly. Exhale, 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 exhale. Keep growing the crown of the head taller. If you choose to speed up or slow down, please do so. The metronome is just for a guide. Please continue at your own pace, about another minute. Don't clench the pelvic muscles. If you're choosing to engage bandhas, do it mindfully. Don't do it unconsciously. We're working on the stomach. Sense that there's an attention being built at the navel. You might even see a flame or fire or a sun behind the belly button. Ten more seconds. Exhale all the air out of the lungs, empty lungs. Big breath in, fill up all the way. Hold the breath. Now engage the bandhas, lift the pelvic floor. You're holding your breath, pull the belly button back and up. Lower the chin, bring the chin back for Jalandhara Bandha. Energy building and swirling in the midsection, light being brightened. Holding the breath. When you need to exhale, you can, but continue holding if it's possible. Okay, slowly exhale. Allow the breathing to return and allow it to adjust on its own, return to normal. Have the awareness that your energy has been cleared, lifted, transformed. And now, working to shift our rootedness of awareness, the foundation of where our consciousness is living. We enter the witness. We enter the perspective, the perception of the witness. So you are not the one that's breathing. You are the one that's watching the body breathe. You are not the one who is thinking. You are the one that watches the mind think. You are not your feelings. You are not your emotions. You are that which watches. The emotions come and go, like the motion of waves rising and falling on the ocean. Be the witness, be the watcher, silently observe. It is from the realm of the watcher, that we know and connect with our soulmate or soulmate group. It is not necessarily realized in the physical realm, but sometimes it is. Only at the level of the soul do we realize connections, pair bond partnerships, spiritual siblinghood, familyhood. Release any need, any personal wants to find the perfect soulmate in the physical world. When you truly detach from your personal needs, nature will provide. Be the silent watcher, the compassionate, non-judgmental witness. We'll chant 3 ohms. The third ohm will be slightly higher in pitch than the first 2. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to prepare. Now slightly higher. Bow the chin, please. Give yourself some honor and gratitude for practicing stillness and silence. It's through each of our own efforts that we change the general energy of the entire world. It starts with us. Slowly open the eyes. Deep gratitude always. Thank you for joining. Tomorrow morning, 7. Have a beautiful weekend.